Okay, so I'm a little late on the Mavic Air 3 leaks that have been going around, but I wanted to talk about it and see what your thoughts are on the Mavic Air 3 leaks so far. If this comes true, let me know after you watch this video if you plan to buy it based on these leaked specs. Jasper Ellens posted on Twitter the leaked specs as well as some photos. So if you're familiar with the Air series, it is a step above the mini series and then just below the Mavic. So this drone should hopefully be in between the price point of the Mini 3 Pro and the Mavic 3 Pro. But as I was looking over these specs, I feel like it blends both of these drones. So I'm not quite sure I would get it based on the specs that I saw. Based on the leaks, there's going to be dual cameras. One of the cameras is going to have a 3x zoom. Each camera will have 1 1/3 inch sensors. And a lot of people are like, why would I buy this drone when the Air 2S has a 1 inch sensor? So you're losing some quality there. But this does have the ability to do waypoints, which that is not something you see on the other Air devices. You have extended flight time, so roughly about 46 minutes, whereas the Air 2S and other Airs have less flight time. Each camera takes 48 megapixel photo, whereas on the Air 2S, the photo was 20 megapixels. There's going to be omnidirectional obstacle sensing, your usual quick shot, master shots, which is on the Mini 3 Pro, as well as on the Mavic 3 Pro. Max video resolution is rumored to be up to 4K and 100 frames per second. And then if you do HDR, it's 4K at 60 frames per second. Whereas there is a 5.4K video resolution at 30 frames per second on the Air 2S. Then on the Mavic 3 Pro, you have the 5.1K at 50 frames per second is the max video resolution. The controller that's on the leaked specs looks just like this DJI RC, but it has the built-in screen. But the one that is leaked has antennas, which would of course help with the transmission as far as the drones staying connected to the controller. One thing I thought that was interesting, there is rumored to be vertical shooting mode, but at 2.7K. I'm glad there is a possibility of vertical shooting mode, but the Mini 3 Pro does vertical shots at 4K. So why would I want to do 2.7K? It's giving me like DJI Mini SE. I really haven't seen 2.7K in a minute. And although some people could care less about vertical shooting, it's important to me. You can obtain 9x16 footage from 16:9. You have to do that in the editing. And I do have a short video on that. Let me know if you want me to do a longer video on that process. It's going to have night mode. And what I've noticed when I use night mode on here, the obstacle sensing, it's not available because of it's at night. So you definitely have to be careful when you're flying at night anyway. But I did notice when I activated night mode, it said that the obstacle sensing was not available. So there are some good things. I definitely like that it has the dual cameras because I've seen firsthand what the 3x zoom does for footage. But as far as the sensor and then the 2.7K and vertical footage, I wouldn't even use it at that point, especially because I have the Mini 3 Pro. So if you're thinking like, should I go for the Mini 3 Pro? Or there's rumors of the Mini 4 Pro coming out. I would say it just depends on what you're looking for. I recently started using the Mavic 3 Pro and it's amazing, but it doesn't have that vertical shooting mode at all. So I have to do some post edits. And I love the Mini 3 Pro because I can just carry it around. It's easy to transport. And when I travel out of the country, it's easier. And the Mavic 3 Pro weighs 958 grams, where usually the Air series is around the high 500 grams. So we just have to see. I do like that it has the extended battery of up to 46 minutes, where Technically, the batteries that come with the Mavic 3 Pro get you the same amount of time, and then the battery plus of the Mini 3 Pro gets you that amount of flight time. So let me know, based on these specs today, would you get this Mavic Air 3? I loved the Air series. I have the Air 2. Probably should get rid of it or sell it soon. When I was going from the Air 2 to the Mini 3 Pro, I missed the ease of the Mavic Air 2. Like, it was just so easy to get footage. I felt more confident with a heavier drone in the air, and it had the just easy HDR. It's just easy to get it out of the drone and not have to do much editing. I've grown more to like the Mini 3 Pro. I did a video a couple of months ago where I was like, yeah, I still take my Mavic Air 2. I will say, when I'm going on a job though, I do take both drones because I've lost one of my drones before, had a flyaway. So when I go on a job, especially when it's not easy to get to another drone as quickly, especially if I'm out of the country, I sometimes will take the Air 2 anyway. So for me, I'm not sure if I'll rush to get the Air 3, but if that's the price point for you, just know there are some differences, and we'll just have to see what it turns into when it's finally released. Make sure you subscribe to this channel for drone tips and drone news.